You show her interest. You finally lean in, you open up, you text her first, you compliment her, you plan the next date, and then it happens. She goes cold, distant, detached. You replay every word, every moment, wondering what you did wrong. But here's the truth. She's not pulling away because you're too kind, not because you showed interest, but because of the energy behind that interest. Let me explain. I've been the guy who chased, the one who double texted, the one who felt butterflies when she replied, and panic when she didn't. I used to think interest equals effort, that if I just showed her how much I liked her, she'd feel it and stay. But women don't respond to logic. They respond to energy. And when your energy shifts, from presence to pursuit, from centered to chasing, she feels it instantly. Suddenly, you're no longer the grounded, magnetic man she was drawn to. You've become the guy trying to earn her. And that subtle shift changes everything. Here's what really happens. When you meet her, you're relaxed, you're playful, you're not attached to the outcome. You're in your own rhythm. But as soon as your emotions get involved, you start trying harder. You start adjusting yourself to keep her interested. And unknowingly, you abandon the very energy that attracted her in the first place. You make her the prize. You give her certainty. You stop being a challenge and she pulls away. Let's talk about each of these. First, you made her the prize. You stopped choosing her and started chasing her. In the beginning, she felt your confidence. You had your own life, your own rhythm, your own frame. She was drawn to that. But the moment your world started revolving around her, when your values started depending on how quickly she replied, she felt it, and it changed how she saw you. Women don't want to be your purpose. They want to be desired by a man who already has one. Second, you gave her certainty too soon. Uncertainty isn't bad. In fact, it's part of attraction. When she knows everything too quickly, that you're all in, fully available, always replying, always chasing, there's no tension, no mystery, no depth. Attraction needs space to breathe. Think about it. When something is too easy to get, too predictable, too available, we don't value it. She pulls away not because you cared, but because the emotional dance ended too early. Third, you stopped being a challenge, not in the sense of playing games, but in the sense of maintaining self-respect. When you cancel your plans, say yes to things you don't like, ignore her red flags just to keep her close. She doesn't see love, she sees weakness, because part of attraction is admiration, and admiration only exists when you hold your ground. When she knows you'll stay no matter what, she starts to test you, push you, pull back, just to see if you'll still chase. And if you do, it's over. Fourth, you started needing validation. This one's subtle. When you first met her, you were just being yourself. You weren't trying to impress. You were grounded, playful, real. But after a few dates, after catching feelings, you started managing how she sees you. You said the right things. You avoided tension. You smiled when something bothered you. You became strategic. That's not attractive. That's anxious, and she can feel it. The moment your energy shifts from authenticity to approval seeking, her attraction fades. Because you're no longer emotionally safe. You're no longer solid. You're performing, and that kills chemistry. So how do you stop this? How do you show interest without pushing her away? The answer isn't to play cold. It's not to act like you don't care. It's not to wait hours to reply. The answer is to stay grounded. Show her interest without attachment. Let her feel you like her without needing her to like you back. That's power. That's presence. That's masculine energy. Because the moment your desire becomes need, she loses respect. Not because you cared, but because you stopped being centered. This week, when you feel the urge to chase, to double text, to explain yourself, to prove your worth, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, am I reaching out because I want to connect or because I'm afraid of losing her? That question changes everything. When your love is grounded, When you show up fully without abandoning yourself, she feels it, and she comes closer. Women don't pull away because you show interest. They pull away when they feel you've lost your edge. When your energy says, "You're my world," instead of, "I'd love to share my world with you." She doesn't want perfection. She wants truth. She wants strength. She wants presence. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to return to yourself. Because when you're grounded in your own frame, she doesn't run. She leans in. Comment below with the moment you realize this for yourself. Let's talk about it. If this resonated, hit subscribe, turn on that bell, and watch next. You're not too emotional, not too intense, not too much. You're just a man learning how to stand still in your strength while the world tries to pull you off center. And that is the man she won't walk away from.